Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, our Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. And what are you looking at? Why the flying? Why are we looking at Pathfinder? Oh my God, we're looking at Pathfinder for 5e. Wow, holy shit, it's finally happened. Now, I've mentioned this in the past. I've thrown this out there as a spitball. And I've said that, Paizo really should put their adventure pass out for 5e. It's money waiting to be taken. I'm not saying I enjoy adventure pass. I'm just saying that they are popular with the 5e players, right? They're popular with the Pathfinder players. Why not mix the two and put your I don't know your adventure path in the hands of 5e players? You're leaving money on the table. But that requires you to admit that maybe, I don't know, Pathfinder 2e is not doing as well as one could have hoped. So, let's look at what the text says here. Pathfinder Adventure Path Abomination Vaults 5e. One of Pathfinder's most popular and exciting campaigns comes to 5e at last. That says a lot, right? That's that. I'm not saying that Pathfinder 2.e or 2.0 is not a viable, entertaining system to play with, but I am saying, and I think that Paizo just said this, that um, 5e is certainly another way to make money off of their adventure paths. I expect a lot more of this to come in the next couple of months. But in any case, when the mysterious Gauntlet and eerie landlocked lighthouse glows with baleful light, the people of Otari know something terrible is beginning. Evil stirs in the depths of the Abomination Vaults, a sprawling dungeon where a wicked sorcerer attempted to raise an army of monsters hundreds of years ago. The town's newest heroes must venture into a sprawling dungeon filled with beasts and traps to prevent a spiteful spellcaster from rising again. This complete compilation of the original Adventure Path campaign has been adapted to the newest version, all right, 5e, of the world's oldest RPG. You've heard about the quality and depth of Pathfinder campaigns for years. Now explore the Abomination Vault yourself without having to learn a new game system. That's important, right? So, I know you're an old school gamer. You don't give a fuck, right? You're looking at this guy. I don't care if Pathfinder is publishing for a 5e. No, you should. Really, you should. Because what does this mean in long term? It means that 5e is a system that every major publisher is going to publish for. No more of this shit of, I gotta publish for 1e, I gotta publish for 2e, Pathfinder. No. Folks are gonna realize, if they haven't already, and many publishers have, if you are going to write an adventure, if you're going to write a setting, you can write it for whatever game system you prefer. You can write it for DCC, you can write it for Swords and Wizardry, Labyrinth Lord, Old School Essentials. You can write it for Pathfinder 1e, Pathfinder 2e. You can write it for damn near anything. Here's the reality. The reality is 5e is where the money is. So, excuse me, you're going to write it for 5e, and you will convert it to others, or you'll write it for others. I'll write it for Labyrinth Lord, but you will make your money off the conversion for 5e. Is that a bad thing? No. Because you know what? 5e is not for everybody. 5th edition D&D is not for every player. It's not for every GM. It's not for every game group. You can certainly find an old school game rule set that fits your purpose. You might find that Pathfinder 1e or Pathfinder 2e fits your purpose. That is fine. But here's the reality. Paizo, number 2 in the D&D rule set publishing companies, has just gone 5e. That means that it's an admission that 2e is not going to drive their business to the point where it's going to be profitable enough. Profitable? Probably. Profitable enough? Likely not. So, if you are a publisher, a third-party publisher, a smaller publisher of what's our material? Is a 5e version of your game, your setting, your adventure likely to be a good choice? Depends. I don't see it being a bad choice. I mean, it's certainly a viable choice. That's what we're seeing here, right? This is Paizo telling their chief competitor, all right, we submit. Really? Right? And I've talked about this in the past. I've thought that, and I'm not somebody who really likes the necessarily the Paizo Adventure Pass, but they are very, very popular. Don't get me wrong, I understand that. I'm not saying I enjoy it, but I do understand it. And to give up the 5e market like they have in the past was foolish. Because what did Paizo make their money on? Right? Paizo made their fame off of being the publisher of Dragon and Dungeon magazines, right? For Wizards of the Coast, for 4e, maybe I don't know if there were 3e before that. I have to check. I wasn't collecting this shit at the time, because who cared about 4e? But that's where they made their money. Then they said, "Oh, look at this! Nobody's playing 3e because there's no system. We'll make 3.5. We'll call it Pathfinder." And lo and behold, they were successful compared to 4e, immensely so. But 5e has certainly hit that sweet spot. Not my sweet spot. I would probably play in a 5e campaign. I am not looking to run one. Not my rule set. Different ideas when you talk about playing in a rule set with a rule set and running a rule set. But wise choice by Paizo, in my humble opinion. I'd like to hear your humble opinion, or your not so humble opinion. Leave it as a comment below. Let me know what you think about this little bit of news in the industry. Folks, we are still in the midst of the world of COVID. What does that mean? It means essentially use your common sense. Right? I'm not here to tell you what to do. I refuse to do that shit. I am not a medical professional. What do I generally say? I generally say use your common sense. Be safe. Be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll them well. And God willing, I believe I am back with Glenn Hallstrom tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And that's Eastern. Saturday night, 8 p.m. with my wife Rachel. So look at that. We got two licenses coming up, and we have money to give away. Oh my God! Yes, we've surpassed 1,250 subscribers. So there's a little drive-through RPG monies to give away. How do you get yourself involved in it? You got to join the live stream. You got to comment. Couldn't be easier. I'd love to see you there. So we've got $50 to give away tomorrow. I believe two $25 gift certificates. So let me know. Join us. I will see you all tomorrow. Later, folks.